to Gentle Yoga. I'd like to remind today's theme. So today I'm just going to remind you about letting go and letting things flow through. Sometimes we get stuck on things. These days I've been talking to a lot of folks who are frustrated with trying to get themselves an appointment online or on the phone or both, and they just feel frustrated that they spend hours and hours and they end up with nothing. So we have to remind ourselves that it's all in flux, it's all flowing, morning, and we can't let it get stuck to us, right? We have to, we can be benefited very much by allowing ourselves to float down like a leaf in a stream, bubbling over the rocks and around the things that are in our way instead of getting stuck on them. So we're going to start this morning's class in constructive rest. So if you can come to lie on your back, please, with your knees bent. And allow your feet to be a little wider than your knees. If you'd like something under your head, something shallow is fine. We're going to do a little centering here. So keep warm, wrap up with what you need. Feet are a little wider than your knees, and maybe your knees come to hang toward each other. We have tapes on the floor for your mats, so since we have so many people here, just make sure your mat is within those boundaries, otherwise we're too close together. So I think that one needs to back up. You're good. Okay. Thank you. All right. Coming to stillness. Take a few exhales out your mouth, and I would like you to visualize that on each exhalation, your breath is blowing away all of the junk and the anxieties and the concerns and the worries that maybe you're holding in your body and your mind. And as you inhale, pull in fresh, light energy. Reminding yourself that it's okay to float. Allow yourself to be led instead of insisting on your own design. Let go, release. Your arms are soft, resting either on your body or perhaps a little out to the side. And now we'll add a little bit of movement. Take your arms open wider to the sides, and as you exhale, allow both knees to drop to your right. Leave your feet where they are if you can, so that your feet are wide apart. And where they started, you started with wide feet toward the edges of your mat. And then as you drop, one knee will land outside the mat and one knee will land kind of over your other ankle. So the feet are not together, they're wide apart. And perhaps turning your head to look away. And now notice, is there anywhere that you can let go? Can you melt? Can you soften anymore? Coming back through the center as you inhale, Take care the feet stay wide apart again. Without moving your feet, drop your knees to the other side. So for some of us, this feels uncomfortable on the back. So if you're not able to drop your outside knee all the way, you might want to put a block under the outside knee. Alternatively, the outside knee might fall down easily, but it's the inside knee that's the problem. If that's the case, then leave the inside knee at neutral. Let go. Release. Come again through center, and just take one breath to each side. As you exhale, feet are wide, knees fall right. As you inhale, lift. And as you exhale, knees fall left. And inhale, lift. So just gently flow, using the rhythm of your breath. There's no hurry. There's no rush. Can you take the length of your inhale to get back up and the length of the exhale to drop? And when you feel even, stop in the middle and bring both knees to your chest. Squeeze your knees by holding on with your hands. And begin to tip side to side, gentle. Just gentle. Just gentle. Let the body float. Adding on a bit of circling with the knees. Keeping that rocking action. Taking the knees together around in a circle, and then we'll reverse direction. You're rocking your hips side to side, and the knees are sort of helping you stir. And release by placing your feet down to the floor like you're going to do bridge pose. So the feet are parallel. And if you're wrapped in a blanket, now's a good time to place your blanket beside you. We're going to start moving the legs. So take your arms open wide and kick your right leg up toward the ceiling. Point and flex your ankle. If you can, keep your hips on the ground. If that feels awkward, you could put a blanket under your hips. Now circle your ankle. Reverse direction. Come to stillness, flex your ankle. Plant your left foot, engage your core, pressing down to the floor. Take this straight leg, lower it straight all the way down to the ground. Once your heel lands on the floor, bend your knee, drag your knee back in, your foot back in, and kick it up to the ceiling again. Straight leg, slowly lower all the way down. Bend your knee, drag your foot in, push it up to the ceiling. So this is core strength, this is quad strength. Slowly lower down, pull it back in, kick it up. Flex ankle, slowly lower down. Tighten up your quad as you lower. The next time you kick up, we're going to stay up here. Foot in the air. Flex your ankle. So we'll take figure 4 legs from here. Cross your ankle over your other knee. Just the ankle over your knee. That's it. And push that knee away from your body. So just use the hip power to push your knee away. Keep the ankle flexed in neutral position, so as if you were standing up on that foot. Yeah, now let's just go back and forth. Kick your leg up at the sky.
cross it over your knee. Kick your leg up, cross over the knee. So all of this is hip muscle. Push up, cross over. Push up, then we're going to change the action. So this time you'll point the toe as you cross your thigh all the way over your other thigh. And then go back up. Push to the sky and cross over. Push up, flex foot. Cross over, pointed foot. Last time, kick up. Cross over and hold. Oh, there's all kind of kitties on here today. All right, so you got your legs crossed over each other. Gently move your hips just an inch or two to the right and drop your knees gently to the left. So let your right shoulder come away from the floor and let your knees drop all the way so they're supported on the ground. From here, begin to gently open your right shoulder behind you until you find that place where your body says, I don't do both of those, and then you just hang out right there. So we're going to leave the legs down, and we'll let them be in charge here of the bottom half of the body. Gently bring your right arm open. So maybe it doesn't open all the way. Maybe your shoulder doesn't land on the floor. That's perfectly fine. If the front of your shoulder does not appreciate the arm opening up, then leave your arm draped across your lower ribs. Can you gaze to the right as well? Bring your arm across again so that your shoulder is lifted up a little. Uncross your legs and come back to neutral, feet on the floor. We'll take the second side now. So kick your left foot up toward the ceiling and point and flex your ankle. So I'll just remind you, pay attention to the right side. We're using that right leg to press down and we've got engagement in the core. Circle your ankle, please. Reverse direction. All right, hold your ankle flexed and we'll engage the core, press it down into the floor. Lower your straight leg all the way down till your heel lands. Bend your knee, drag your foot in, push it back up. Lower it straight all the way down. Bend your knee, pull it in, push it back up, flex. Lower slowly down. Bend your knee and pull in and push up. Last one, slowly lower your straight leg down. Bend your knee, pull in and push up. We're going to hold the foot up here for a moment. Ankle is flexed. Now you cross your ankle over your other knee, figure four. As you cross over, really use the strength of your own hip to push your knee away from your head. Kick up again. Cross over. Kick up. Cross over. One more kick up. Cross over. Now let's kick up and hold. Changing the action, we'll point the ankle this time and cross thigh over thigh. Kick it back up, flex. Cross over pointed foot. Kick up, flex. Cross over point. Kick up, flex. Thigh over thigh, so all the way over, so your thighs are touching. Cross, 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 all the way over, all the way over, all the way over. There you go. So once your thighs are crossed, we're going to gently shift the hips to the left an inch or two. Then drop your knees the other way. Again, let your left shoulder leave the floor for just a moment so you can get your knees all the way down. Then begin to pull the left shoulder behind you a bit as you gently bring yourself into a deep twist. And your body will tell you that's too much. When you get that notification, please listen. Stop where you are, maybe back up a little bit. Can you relax? If you find you're still holding, back up a little. bring the arm back across the body. Uncross your legs so they're stacked. Then lift your knees. Feet come to the floor. Realign your hips. Both knees come to the shoulders again. Find gentle rocking. Find circling of the hips. This time maybe you want to take the knees apart and around in their own direction. And when you feel complete here, roll to your side and press yourself up into comfortable seats, using a cushion if you would like to sit on, and we're going to cross the shins or sit on your legs wherever you feel comfortable. All right, yeah. Sometimes it feels so nice to allow your body to tell you what to do, instead of us saying, no, we need to move like this, right? Just let the body say, I'm not ready yet. I need to go a little slower today. Let's sit tall. Bring your fingers to the side. Inhale, lift up as you gaze up. Exhale, open and lower, chin down, arms down. Come back up, inhale. Open and lower, exhale. One more like this. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, open, lower. Just the right arm. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean left. And turn your head to look down at your wrist. Let your elbow bend over here. Let your shoulder drop away from your head. Yes. Feel that the middle of your body is pulling in and lifting up, even as you're sliding sideways. While you're over here, gently nod your head a little. See if that's okay with your neck. Maybe move your jaw. Not so easy with the mask on. Inhale, rise back up, switch sides. Again, drop your elbow and shoulder even as you slide over. Your hand and knuckles and fingertips are pressing. Even as you rise up and over. Turn and look down with your head. Gently nod your head over here slowly. Maybe turning your jaw, maybe open and shut your mouth. Breathe. Inhale, come back up. Switch sides. One breath. Exhale to your left. Inhale, up and over. Exhale to your right. Inhale, up with both arms. This time we'll twist to the left and drop your arms down. One in front, one behind. If you like to cross your arm, that's fine, but I want you to sit tall in your spine. There, better. Yes. So notice, if you could see yourself over here in a mirror, could you see that you're leaning over, that your head is tipped somewhere, and bring yourself so elegant and tall? Let's come back to center. Arms lift up. Untwist, twist the other way instead. Drop your arms, but stay tall. Yeah, that's it. Notice the power of the muscles around your ribs and your core to spin you. Inhale, center again. Let's go one breath each side. Exhale to your left. Inhale, return. Exhale the other way. Inhale, center. Interlace your fingers, bring them down to your heart, and pull your elbows wide, even though your fingers are interlaced. It feels a little awkward, right? So we're going to keep this here in front of us, and while we do this, we're going to change the cross of our legs. Just reminds us to use our core to stay stable. So you have the other leg in the front. Yeah, and that might not sit the same way as the other side, so adjust how you need. Now press the palms of your hands forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reverse, and come back down with your hands into your heart. Cross the other way. Other thumb on the top.
Press forward, inhale up. And reverse, come down the front and pull into your heart. Okay, let's cat and cow now. Press forward as you slide the belly back, chin down. Inhale, sit up. Recross your hands the other way. Press forward as you slide back. Inhale, sit up. All right, shake your arms, shake your shoulders, and switch around onto tabletop, please. So now's a good time to take your socks off if you're still wearing your socks. We're going to start moving a little bit more with the hips. So if you know that you like a little extra padding, we'll be on the hands and the knees for a bit. So if you want to add padding under the knees or the wrists, now is your chance. And shift your hips side to side from tabletop. Side to side. Stretch the outside of the hip. Side to side. Good. Don't let your head fall off. Keep it in line with your spine. Lift it up away from the floor. Okay. Find neutral. Keep the belly lifted. Keep your head lifted. Bring your left leg, bent knee out to the side like fire hydrant lift. Good. Now draw a circle. Other left leg. Draw a circle. Rose, switch legs, please. There you go. Reverse direction with your circle. Big circle with your knee. Can you point it up at the ceiling? Can you point it out the back? Yes, better. All right, let's switch legs. Coming over to the right leg, lift it up and circle it around. Pull your knee, big circle, all the way up by your shoulder, out the back, out and around. Reverse your circle, draw a big circle. If you had a marker on the tip of your knee, what kind of shape would it draw? Okay, back to neutral. So if you want to shake out your wrists a little, now's your chance. We're going to do something similar but different. Okay, so still hip action. Remember, please, if hands is bothersome to you, you could take fingertips. You could take fists. You could come on your blocks on your forearms. Okay, so start with that left leg, fire hydrant lift. Now kick, other left leg, kick it out to the side and put your foot straight down on the ground. Now we do that in reverse. Lift it straight up, bend your knee, put it down. 3 steps, right? Here we go again. Lift, kick, lower, reverse, lift, bend, lower. One more time. Lift, kick, lower, reverse, lift, bend, lower. All right, let's change around to the other side. If you need to move your hands, go ahead. Take the right leg, lift it out to the side, kick it out straight, put it down. Reverse, lift, bend, and lower. Twice more. Lift, kick, lower, reverse, lift, bend, lower. One last time. Lift, kick, lower, reverse, lift, bend, lower. Okay, so we're going to take the hips and stretch them out side to side. You might want to come for fingertips for this one. Side to side. Good. Now, when you go over to one side, pull back and sit toward that foot over there. Oh, you feel that nice hip stretch on the side? Let's come back up the front. Cross over hips to the other side, then pull back toward that foot over there. So just take that on your own time, explore, move it around. You might, once you get your hips back there, you might want to take your hands and your upper body in the opposite direction. If you'd like to make a circle with your body, go right ahead. Any other stretches? We're just working on the hips here. We tend to hold a lot of junk in the hips, a lot of stress, a lot of emotional baggage tends to end up in there, and we don't feel like we got a lot in there until we start stretching it, and then we realize, oh, that's where I've been holding it all. Okay, let's take downward dog now, so tuck the toes, reach your hands forward, press down as you pull your hips up and back. Really pull your together. The legs don't have to be straight. If you're pedaling, spend some time exploring. Stretch out that hip, the back of your leg, before you move to the other one. Is there purpose to your pedaling, or are you just killing time? When you feel even, we're going to move through a little flow. So inhale into plank. Put your knees down if you like. Then we come to the ground, all the way down to your belly. Inhale brings you into cobra, lift head and shoulders. Exhale sends you back to downward dog. If you want to stay low, just stay in tabletop. Inhale, slide into plank. Keep the knees down if you want to. Exhale, lower to the floor. Cobra, inhale, pick up head and shoulders. Then pull yourself back, tabletop or down dog. One more time. Slide forward, plank. Exhale, lower. Cobra, head and shoulders. Tabletop and down dog. All right, good. Come onto your knees, bring your right foot forward. We're going to take a lunge. Again, if you want to fold over your mat, go ahead. If you'd rather stand, of course, go right ahead. So everything we're going to do on the knees, you can do standing up. So if you'd rather do it standing, go right ahead. Bring both hands onto your front knee. That's it, and we're going to slide forward and back. Take care that back foot doesn't cross midline. Yes. Yeah, and you can pull all the way back and lift your toes if that's okay. If that feels too wobbly, get some blocks under your hands. That big, thick blanket might be a little too much, so just be careful. It might make you more wobbly. Careful your foot doesn't cross the middle. Take your back foot wide. That's it. Good. Okay, so the next time you come into a lunge, let's stay forward. Ankle underneath the knee. Toes point straight ahead. Good. If it's stable enough, one arm comes up, your left one. If you have more, go ahead and take both. Breathe here. Can you lift your ribs more away from your hips? All right, right hand comes to your hip. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, tip over to your right side. Yeah, nice. Feel that big in-breath. Opening up the space between your ribs. Good. Inhale, lift up and open your arm to the side. Twist to your right, but bring your fingers pointing straight ahead of you. Don't let your knee cave in. Don't let your arm cross midline. Can you push your tailbone forward anymore while you zipper up any tighter in your lower belly? Yeah. Now just an idea to add a little bit of a back bend, perhaps, okay? You'll lift up your left hand a little and maybe lean a little to the back. So that might be too much. Maybe arm up is fine, but back leaning, no. So notice when your body gives you that little alert. Let's come back to the center. And we'll come all the way down and change onto the other leg. Good. All right, so take care the toes point straight ahead. Take care the back leg doesn't cross over the midline. It's more stable when you have that angle, but we're here to build balance and build strength. So keep that foot directly behind your knee, hands on your knee or on some blocks, and when you're ready, slide forward and backward. Yeah. Good. Take care when you come forward that the knee does not go beyond your ankle. Working on the balance, let the navel pull you both directions. Yeah, that's it. All right, let's take a stable lunge. The next time your knee is bent, take care of the ankles under the knee. If it's okay, one hand comes up, maybe both. Yeah, good. Feel that openness. Allow your shoulders to be soft. Maybe that means your arms are really wide. Whatever works for you. If you came in here with junk in your shoulders, take a nice soft place. Yeah. Can you bring your belly to zipper up any tighter and press your tailbone any further forward? Bring your left hand to your hip. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, tip over. Good. Feel your giant inhale really add space between your ribs. Inhale, rise, arm to the side. Twist to your left as your fingers come straight ahead of you. And rotate. You might need to pull back a little on that left hip crease. And notice if you lost any of your strength. Push down and pull up out of the floor. Yeah. Belly strong, tailbone forward. Good. Let's come back to center. Inhale as you rise. I forgot, we gotta go back where we came from. Twist to your left. Bring your right arm up in space as you lean to the back a little. Now we can come out of this. Hands to the ground. Take your knees under you and find child's pose or downward dog. Find something that feels right to you this morning. Something that feels good. If you're in down dog, please relax your head. Let it fall. Yeah. And I know we're in a group class in here, and some of you are online, you got your camera on, but please remember, this is your private class on your own mat. And you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do what I'm saying or what that person next to you is doing, because it's not about them. It's about you. Please bring yourself into standing forward fold. Let yourself fall. Head down. Bend your knees as much as you need to be comfortable in your forward fold. Careful to have a soft knee. We don't want to hyperextend. Yeah, let that feel like it's a wave washing over you, just a soft, gentle wave. Bring yourself into a half lift. Hands come onto your shins or your kneecaps. Straighten your legs and your back. Pull your elbows toward the sky, your heart toward the front. Feel that belly. It wants to fall down. Pull it up and keep it connected to your body. Next, exhale, fold down again. Halfway lifting up again. Exhale, folding down again. This time, bend the knees, lift from your head, stand all the way up, reach skyward, and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep your arms down, up, and overhead. Hold your left wrist, lean right. So, my friends with shoulder problems, you can always bring your hands to your shoulders if that feels safer. Can you send your hips left as you reach your fingers right? Inhale, rise. Let's change hands. Reach from the back side of your arm if you can. Instead of the front, can you take the back? Yes. Good. Again, can you bring your hips to the right anymore? Inhale, rise. Swan dive into forward fold. Half lifting, rise halfway up. Forward fold again, down. Bend your knees, stand all the way, reach skyward. Hands to your heart. Transitioning now into some standing work. If you'd like a sip of water, now's your chance. We're going to come into warrior one with the right foot in the front. So for all these standing poses, if you have extra thick mats, it might feel a little wobbly. So if you want to get near the wall, go right ahead. Warrior one, so the foot is down in the back for warrior one. The toes pointing slightly toward the front corner of your mat. Other right foot in the front. Switcheroo. Put your other one up. Yeah. I mirror my class, so if that's confusing, I'm sorry. I tried it the other way. I cannot. Take your arms overhead. Good. Bend into that knee in front. Yes. So notice as you press down into the outer edge of that back foot, you really got strong glute over here on the left, yeah? Again, soft your shoulders as much as you need. Okay, very nice. Interlace hands behind and straighten them out if that's okay with you, or take your hands into your back pockets and squeeze your elbows. Okay. And if you have straight arms, I want to challenge you to bring your palms together. Okay. From here, we're going to dive forward. So I'm going to square off your hips, so maybe pull back a little on this right hip as you reach out the front. Good. Pull back on your right hip more, Rose, and bring your knee more forward. Bend it. Bend, bend, bend. Yeah, good. So it's really easy here to drop your head to the floor. So keep your head in line with your spine. Pull your shoulder blades toward each other and try to lift your belly away from your thigh, even though it just wants to lie on it. Let's stand back up as you breathe in. Sweep your arms out and up. And step together, hands to heart. Okay, second side. Left foot in the front, and step back. Good. Yeah. Arms can come up. Seal the outer edge of your back foot. Really press down. Pull the belly in and lift up as you push your tailbone forward. Feel the opening. Feel the lift of the ribs away from the hips. Yeah, let's interlace opposite hand, thumb on dominant side, or hands to pockets. Squeeze your elbows. So notice right away, are your hips over here? We want our hips to be up there, okay? So if that's happening, tug this front hip back. See if that helps, okay? Here we go forward. Heart to the front, like you got a little string here. Pulls you out the front. Good, squeeze your elbows. That's it, squeeze your shoulder blades. Oh yeah, very nice. Don't let your head fall off. We want to use the muscles in our upper back to get it on, keep it on our spine. Beautiful, let's come back tall again, arms overhead, really press both feet. Hands to heart, step together. And shake. Okay, let's take the warrior two with the right foot in the front. Stepping wide. So right foot in the front, so you in front of me will be facing that outside wall. And our shoulders are going to face the outside wall. Good. Yep, and you can bring your front foot so it's a little bit more to the middle so your heel will line up with your arch and back. Yeah, good. Okay, get down in there as deep as you can. Arms are long as well. And what happens to that front knee? We bend it, yeah. Good. Take the tailbone and pull it forward as we zipper up. Sort of try to bring those hip points folded into each other like a book. Right, Yvonne? The outside of your knee pulls to the back wall. All right, let's take a reverse warrior. Lean to the back of your mat as you lift your right arm up. Good. Deep breath. Beautiful, strong body. Warrior two again. Side angle, reach your right arm forward and lower your arm to the side of your leg as you lift your other arm up. We're going to make a straight line from the tip of one finger straight down to the tips of the other fingers. And see if you can squeeze your legs muscle to bone. Very nice. Warrior two again. Straighten your front leg and reverse it again. Leaning to the back, right arm coming up. So this one feels a little tipsy sometimes. Feel like you could squeeze your feet toward each other and then lift them up away from the mat. Very nice and strong. Let's come right into triangle. Reach out the front, Leaning down, but heart open. Nice strong legs. Really nice. The upper thigh is rolling back behind itself. Good. Bend your knee again to warrior two. Beautiful. Now let's straighten the leg. Both arms come up, parallel both feet. Yes. Hands come down to your back pockets or interlace behind you as we did before. Lift the heart as you squeeze your elbows. Good. And release to neutral. Turn to warrior two on the other foot. So you're welcome to turn around and put your other foot in front, or just rotate your feet and face the back of the room. Wide arms, warrior two. Yeah. Wherever you feel stable. Good. Bend your left knee. Right leg is straight. Yes. Very good. All right. Reversing your warrior. Lean to the back end of your mat as you lift your left arm up, but keep your left knee so bent. And you can let your right hand just rest on your thigh. Soft. Yeah, good. Okay, warrior two again. Now we come into side angle. Reach that left arm ahead of you. Drop it straight down as you reach your other arm up. Good. So we're going into side angle now. So your left arm is down. So you're going that way. And your right arm is up. All right. The right leg is straight, 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 straight. All right, come on up. And we'll take reverse triangle. So this time we lean to the back as you lift your left arm up. Both legs are straight and strong. The left toes point straight out the short edge of your mat. So notice if you need to adjust your foot a little bit. Good. And ready to dive into triangle. Arms go neutral. Reach out the front with your left arm and slide it down. Good. Careful not to put any weight on your kneecap with your left hand. See if you can bring that palm to face away from your body, both palms actually away from your body. And you're holding yourself with your middle. Bend your knee, warrior two again. Really strong, everybody. Let's come into parallel feet with hands on the hips. We're going to take a forward fold in a moment, but first we're going to do goddess pose. So let's bring ourselves into a little bitty back bend. And then neutral. Okay, you got your feet wide already, but they're parallel. So to come into goddess, we're going to pull the heels in and rotate the toes out. Okay, then bend your knees. Sit straight down. Yeah. So good. So you can decide what to do with your upper body, okay? You can play around with the infinity. One of my favorites to keep me moving is taking the infinity symbol with my arms and trying to follow my hands with my eyeballs. That's a nice balance challenge. If you want to hold yourself in goddess, go right ahead. Horse pose is another favorite name for this pose. Yeah. Take care your feet are not wider than your knees. Yeah. All right, let's come into stillness. Goddess pose, horse pose. Elbows are open in cactus. Yeah. Ready to forward fold? Yep. Straighten up your legs, parallel your feet. Breath in here, hands can be on your hip crease, and then as you fold forward, tail reaches to the back, so you bring your heart forward. And lower your hands either to your knees, if that's the safest place, or the floor, or some blocks. Good. You're welcome to also use the wall or a piece of furniture if you're at home. Yeah. So even if your hands, no matter where your hands are, think about lifting up the very top back of your pelvis. So you want to be lifting away from the floor. Even as your head is
dropping down, you're lifting the center of your pelvis up. Yeah. All right. Lift your head, come halfway up, bend your knees. Bring your hands on your knees, then we'll stand up from here. All the way up. Bring yourself feet together. We're going to take a couple balancing poses. All right, so here's your alert. We're doing balance next. If you want to get near a wall or bring a chair nearby you if you're at home, that's where we're going. Also, if you want to stand on the floor instead of your mat, it's a lot more stable, especially if you have a really thick mat. We're going to start with the figure 4 that we did at the beginning of class and eagle. So we did both those legs already, and I'm going to focus just on the lower body. If you want to add the upper body, go right ahead. Totally your choice. Okay, we're going to start by standing in figure 4 on the right leg. So I'll have you hands to hips. Get stable on that right foot and extend your flexed left foot in front of you. Good. Cross it over, ankle over knee. As you do this, pull this left knee behind you, right? We don't want to shift and turn. We just want to bring the knee back. Stay here if you want. Otherwise, you're sitting behind you. Think chair pose. Pull your tailbone back as you bend your knee. Flex this ankle. Yep, it's going to stay in neutral as if you're standing on it. Really pull your navel back. Flex that ankle. Flex, 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 Rose. Hook it over the outside a little bit more. Yeah. Good. Now, if you wanted to do anything with your arms, you're welcome. They can come to your heart. You could even fold forward. But what tends to happen when we fold forward is we lose all the bend of the knee. So let's come back up and we'll change sides. Okay, shake. Good. So sometimes when we bring the ankle across, it tends to sickle and we get all these little wrinkles here. We want to take the foot just as neutral as if we're standing on it, and we want to cross it over. Okay, so that's where we're going. Standing on your left foot. Kick your other right foot out. Flex that ankle. Then cross the ankle over your knee. Don't mess with what happened to your foot. It was flexed to start with. So keep it that way as you cross it over. Good. Push the knee back and begin to sit, perhaps, if that's what you're choosing today. That sitting is going to give you a stretch in both hips, but more so in the hip of the leg that's crossed. Careful not to round over the top. That's going to negate any benefit you were getting in your buttocks. So this can be done much less challenging in a chair, right? You're probably sitting in a chair a lot these days. Just cross your ankle over your knee. Ready to come back up? Shake it out. Okay. Next we'll do is eagle legs. So we're going to start again on the right leg. Get stable wherever you are. And bring your, let's see, the top tip of your, what are those called? The balls of your left foot to the floor. So the next we'll do is bend the right knee and sit. Okay, so that sitting is really important in eagle. We're not tipping, we're not dropping. All we're doing is bending. Okay, good. From here, thigh over thigh. Squeeze, thigh to thigh to thigh to thigh. Nothing goes in there. There's no space. Okay. So notice if you turn, try to face forward. And visualize, you can see your peripheral vision to the edge of your mat. Line yourself up. Now can you squeeze your lower legs to each other? So arms here. If you wanted to add upper body, go right ahead. Feel free to leave your arms wherever you want to. If you're adding upper body, eagle is opposite top and bottom. And then release it out when you're all done. Good. Okay. So a couple other ways you could leave your feet. You can leave your toe on the floor the whole time. You could put your foot on a block the whole time. Okay? Those are easier places to be to work on the rest of your body shape. Okay, standing on the left, the balls of your right foot on the floor. Notice right away you're facing forward. Don't let that orientation shift to the side. Bend your knees, sit back.
Good. This is like a single leg chair, right? Stay right here. When you're ready, thigh over thigh. Good. Maybe toes on the floor for support. Thigh over thigh, right? Nothing goes in there. Maybe squeeze sides of your legs together. Notice if that turns you sideways and bring yourself back to the center. Arms are optional. If you're adding arms, opposite top and bottom. Notice if your belly fell out the front. Mine did. Pull it back in. And release. Let's take a 5-pointed star. Big stretch. And exhale back to center. Okay, shake that out. Good. So I'd like to do tree pose, but we're almost out of time, so we're just going to do it for a few breaths. We'll stand on the right leg. Rotate the left knee open at the hip, right? And you can choose. Slide the heel to the foot, maybe the calf to the leg, no, foot to the calf. Maybe your foot comes all the way up, you decide. And then take a hand position that feels just right to you today. Focus on your breath, your drishti. And then find a little perfection. Tail forward. All right, release that side. Good, nice trees. Other one, get stable on your other foot. Keep the tail down and zipper it up the front. Rotate the hip, knee open. Okay, maybe the heel stays attached. Maybe the foot stays attached. Good, keep pulling the lifted knee behind you. Yeah, if you want to bring it up, use your hand, stuff it in there, but then push both pieces into each other. Yeah. Arm shape is on your own. And release out. Okay, very nice. Let's take a big in-breath. Forward fold all the way down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Bend your knees. Walk your hands forward. Drop onto your knees, tabletop. Child's pose. Slide back. Crawl yourself up to seated. Swing your legs around the front. We're going to come down onto our back. If you're protecting your back, go ahead and get down the safest way you know. Put on all your extra layers now because we're going to stay down once we get there. And the way we're going to get down, if you're coming with me, is we're going to start out in Dandasana legs and a beach ball in front of our heart with our fingers wide. Then from here, we'll round the back, pull the navel to the spine, drop the chin toward the sternum, and begin to slide, one vertebra at a time. As soon as you need to lift your knees, go right ahead. And once you get to the ground, take your arms over your head for a big, long stretch. Take any final movements that your body needs. Maybe you need a twist. Maybe you need a happy baby or an inversion or another back bend. When you feel complete, find a soft place for Shavasana. Once you arrive in your Shavasana, let it go. When you exhale, watch it float away on the wind. Let go of the ways you thought life would unfold. The holding of plans or dreams or expectations. Let it all go. Save your strength to swim with the tide. The choice to fight what is here before you now will only result in struggle, fear, and desperate attempts to flee from the very energy you long for. Let go. Let it all go and flow with the grace that washes through your days, whether you receive it gently or with all your quills raised to defend against invaders. Take this on faith. The mind may never find the explanation that it seeks, but you will move forward nonetheless. Let go, and the wave's crest will carry you to unknown shores, beyond your wildest dreams or destinations. Let it all go and find the place of rest and peace and certain transformation. Begin to deepen your breath. Invite small movements into your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles. Spread your arms overhead, stretch your body long from tip to tip. Deep inhale, exhale as once again you let it all go and pull your knees in close to your body. Give yourself one more squeeze. Gently roll to your side. Press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Once you arrive, bring your hands together at your heart. Inhaling, take your hands and face upward. Exhale, open wide, shining your light out into the world. Palms return to your heart. If you'd like to join in one Om, take a breath in. Namaste. Thank you everyone for coming out, once again sharing this practice with all of us. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Take care. Let me know if you have any questions. I will be here next week. Last week was a mistake that we didn't realize until 10 minutes before class, but it accidentally got removed from the calendar. And
Oh, you actually have to?
I was here all by myself last week.
Oh, yeah, because I tried to sign up with enough money.
Me too.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was here. And I was on my way driving over from Amesbury and I got a text from Mike on my car, that said, sorry.
I know, because even Saturday you said you were going to be there. I'm like,
Yes.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe she forgot it was a holiday.
No. And the holidays are usually when people who work get to
Yeah.
come, but I was
Yeah.
so disappointed. So
I
anyway,
was like, maybe she's off skiing.
I wish. I was here. But I was able to teach the class without my mask, which was nice, because nobody else was here but me.
It's a really nice class. I enjoyed it.
Good. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good to see all of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Deb. Bye, Sue Ann. Take care.
Jennifer, that was just wonderful.
Oh,
That
good.
was really special. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
So glad you guys are here.
It's good, right? Yeah.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
extra crunchy, like every joint was like